gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. You can't say much other than wow. Wow.
A force unlike anything the fight game has ever seen.
Khamzat Chimaev is just a different type of fighter, man.
Oh, big crowd strikes now from Chimaev.
He's one of the most exciting people in any division.
When he's like, I killed them all.
I'm most dangerous guy here. I gotta come for everyone. That is it. The hype is real.
There's guys that reach this level of discipline and they achieve a level of cardiovascular performance that's just above everybody else's, and then they maintain it.
Nobody can stop me.
Most dangerous guy here. I gotta come for everyone. I kill everybody. All the way goes. Of course I believe. I'm supposed to make that weight as well. But doctor, stop me. Nobody can stop me. If I die in the cage. I didn't come here to make my weight. I died in my bed. I come die in the cage. I'm dying in the cage. I never leave that cage now. It's my home.
Some fighters are built in gyms, others are forged in fire. Khamzat Chimaev is both. From the shadows of war to the spotlight of the UFC, his journey isn't just about winning fights. It's about surviving life itself. He doesn't just step into the cage, he drags his past with him, and every punch, every takedown feels like destiny refusing to be denied. Khamzat Chimaev's story begins in Chechnya, a region scarred by conflict, where survival wasn't a choice, it was instinct. Growing up in the ruins of war, toughness wasn't taught, it was inherited. When his family immigrated to Sweden, Chimaev carried those scars with him, sharpening them into tools of focus. Wrestling became his sanctuary, the one place where his battles had rules. But for Khamzat, it wasn't enough. The hunger pushed him further into MMA, where discipline collided with chaos. At one point, he gave up everything for the grind, literally living inside the gym. Training, eating, and sleeping on mats, his life revolved around the idea of greatness. This wasn't obsession, it was survival repurposed into ambition. Then came Fight Island in 2020. 2 fights in 10 days, both dominantly finished.
Darce choke, wait for it. That's it, Mike, he's got it.
There's the tap. Khamzat Chimaev by submission.
There we go.
It's another win for Khamzat Chimaev. He is a wrecking ball.
Wow.
And suddenly the UFC had a new name echoing across every division: Khamzat Chimaev.
Doesn't matter, everybody. I'm gonna smash everybody. How many fighters in the MMA division? I'm gonna smash whole division.
Now listen, this kid wants to fight every weekend, and he's not joking. He wants to fight every weekend. And obviously in this climate, that's tough to do, but I love that. And I want to do it. I love guys with that mentality. This guy's the real deal.
He didn't just arrive, he invaded, a storm tearing through contenders and leaving fans stunned. His rise wasn't luck, it was inevitability. The next chapter for a fighter who had already beaten life before he ever beat an opponent.
You have same share, dog. How many times you lose your fights?
Oh, I've lost quite a few fights. 31 and 13.
You think you're black belt?
Yeah.
But
yeah, when you
Jack
fight tough guys,
Jack Hermanson, he didn't have a black belt. Why he choke you out?
Khamzat Chimaev fights like he's trying to erase opponents from existence. His style is built on crushing pressure, the kind that suffocates opponents before they can even breathe.
Just like that, Khamzat Chimaev, one and done.
Wrestling is his foundation, but it's not the whole story. His grappling overwhelms, his striking surprises, and his pace feels inhuman. Once he closes the distance, it's like being trapped under a landslide.
Right here, you see Chimaev lift him. He carries him over to the boss. He's like, hey man, I got him. Throws him down.
What can you say about this guy and what he's accomplished in 66 days, I believe it is?
The guy's special. I've been in this game my whole life. I've never seen anything like him.
Fighters describe it not as a fight, but as drowning on dry land. Yet his aura extends beyond technique. Chimaev embodies kill or be killed energy, the kind that seeps into opponents' heads before the first punch is thrown. He taunts, he stalks, and he carries himself like war is just another day at the office. Online, he exploded into a viral icon, memes, edits, and highlight reels capturing his snarls, his one-liners, and his wild post-fight rants. Fans weren't just watching a fighter, they were witnessing a phenomenon. For some, he's terrifying. For others, magnetic. Either way, Khamzat made sure no one could ignore him. Greatness isn't just built on hype, it's forged in battles with the best. Before gold, Chimaev carved through giants. His razor-thin war with Gilbert Burns proved he wasn't just a bully, he could take damage, dig deep, and push through fire.
And still undefeated, Khamzat
I didn't know he's strong, in the beginning, but he did 3 rounds strong, He also did good work for that, because I work hard for everything, I never stop my training.
Then came Kamaru Usman, the former welterweight king, whom Chimaev dragged into deep waters and left behind.
Chimaev. This is a very important part to this fight. There's a lot of movement. Switches up the arm now. Oh, gets left. What a tremendous fight.
Guys, happy to be. I'm a big fan of Usman, big fan of his coaches. I was more scared about his coaches, about him. He's the fighter we're fighting, we wasn't scared. But he has good coaches, good team.
Robert Whittaker, the ex-middleweight champ, was another scalp, a calculated dismantling that showed Khamzat's evolution wasn't slowing. But the road wasn't clean. Illness nearly ended him, injuries kept him sidelined, and visa problems stalled his momentum. Each setback was a reminder that dominance isn't invincible. Yet each time, Chimaev came back sharper, hungrier, more dangerous. Those wins weren't just names on a record, they were statements. He wasn't chasing the spotlight, he was forcing it to follow him. Every fight was proof that the UFC had no choice but to make way for him. August 16th, 2025, Chicago's United Center was buzzing with tension. Fans expected a war. What they got was domination of historic proportions. Across from Khamzat Chimaev stood Dricus du Plessis, a tough, respected champion known for grit and heart. But when the cage door shut, the fight turned into a one-sided storm. From the opening bell, Chimaev pressed forward like a man possessed. His pressure was suffocating, his pace relentless. Du Plessis tried to resist, but every exchange ended the same. Takedowns, strikes, and total control. By the time the fight reached the championship rounds, the numbers told a story of brutality. 529 total strikes landed, 12 successful takedowns, and over 21 minutes of ground dominance. The judges didn't deliberate. 3 scorecards of 50-44. Unanimous. Absolute. Chimaev wasn't just a new champion. He was a force rewriting the middleweight division's history.
UFC middleweight champion of the world.
That night in Chicago, a belt changed hands, but something bigger shifted. The undeniable sense that no one could stop the storm named Khamzat Chimaev. For Khamzat Chimaev, the toughest opponents weren't always across the octagon. At the height of his rise, he was struck by a brutal illness. COVID complications so severe, he once admitted he thought his career, even his life, was over. Retirement posts surfaced. Fans feared the storm had ended before it peaked. Yet from the brink, Chimaev clawed his way back. Injuries came next. Training wars and the wear of his relentless style tore at his body, forcing him into long layoffs. Each absence fueled whispers that momentum had slipped, that maybe he was another fighter cursed by potential. Then came visa issues, halting fights, canceling cards, and keeping him in limbo while rivals passed him by. For most, these hurdles would have been career-defining derailments, but Chimaev treated setbacks as fuel. Every time the world doubted, he returned fiercer, hungrier, more dangerous. His resilience outside the cage became as legendary as his dominance inside it. These weren't just obstacles, they were the forge that hardened him into the champion who would one day leave no doubt. When the dust settled at UFC 319, even Dricus du Plessis had no excuses. Standing bruised but unbroken, he admitted plainly, "I was beaten by a better fighter." It wasn't shame, it was respect.
Big ups to Khamzat, he deserves this 100%. He beat me fair and square tonight, he was the better man tonight, and I'll be back. And I'm coming back, get my belt back. But for now, it's his, and he deserves it, and he has to enjoy it.
Du Plessis vowed to return, but the acknowledgement carried weight. Chimaev had made believers out of skeptics, forcing the world to accept his dominance as fact. The MMA community erupted. Sean O'Malley, never shy with opinions, summed it up. "I don't see anyone beating Khamzat." Coming from a fellow UFC champion, it wasn't hype, it was prophecy.
Khamzat's that motherfucker, dude. He's literally a big Khabib. Alright, DDP's to his... Alright, DDP's to his... It's been on the feet longer than it's... Uh-oh. Oh! He throws a kick! Nothing really happened.
Daniel Cormier, voice of reason and Hall of Famer, took it further, arguing that Chimaev deserved to climb even higher on the pound-for-pound list.
Very surprised at how easily he was able to take du Plessis down and control him. To his credit, Dricus never gave up on himself. He continued to believe that he was going to eventually get Khamzat and win the fight.
In his eyes, this wasn't just a title win, it was the start of an era. For fans, the aftermath wasn't about numbers or belts, it was about the feeling. Watching Chimaev dismantle an elite champion made the sport feel alive, unpredictable, and a little terrifying. Highlight reels flooded the internet, memes celebrated his chaos, and pundits debated whether he could dominate two divisions at once. The impact was clear. The UFC had a new face, and the world had a new figure to fear. 15 fights, 15 wins, 0 losses. Khamzat Chimaev now stands undefeated, holding the UFC middleweight championship like it was always meant to be his. From sleeping on gym mats in Sweden to raising gold in Chicago, his story is a symbol of grit, the reminder that obsession and survival can merge into destiny. His rise isn't just personal triumph, it's a blueprint for the impossible becoming inevitable. But legacy doesn't pause, it demands more. Already, whispers of future wars electrify the sport. Will it be Israel Adesanya, the stylistic puzzle many fans crave? A move back to welterweight to chase double champion status? Or perhaps a super fight that cements him as the UFC's global centerpiece? Every possibility feels massive, every matchup a spectacle. For the UFC, Chimaev isn't just a champion, he's the future. His ferocity draws hardcore fans, his viral aura attracts casuals, and his undefeated streak fuels the myth. He embodies the raw danger that made the sport explode in the first place. Legacy is no longer a question, it's unfolding in real time. Khamzat Chimaev is more than a fighter, he is the face of a new era, and the road ahead isn't about who he fights next, but who dares to stand across from him. From war-torn Chechnya to the bright lights of Chicago, Khamzat Chimaev has transformed survival into supremacy. Undefeated, unstoppable, and unshaken, he's not just holding a belt, he's holding the future of the UFC in his hands. Every fight feels like history, every win a warning. The question isn't whether Chimaev will be great, it's how long the world can withstand the storm he's already become.